Dobar dan, poštovani gledatelji, dobrodošli u novi podcast. Izuzetna čast i zadovoljstvo predsjednika gospodina Jacoba Lennartssona, CEO-a Mjällbya, novog prvaka Švedske, kluba senzacije koji je zaista stavio fokus cijele Europe na sebe, a mi ćemo sada i početi s razgovorom. Jacob, good evening, nice to meet you. It's been a big pleasure to speak with you.
Good evening, nice to be with you.
I want to congratulate winner of Sweden League, and this is success that whole Europe now put you in the focus, your club. So congratulations from Croatia.
Thank you so much. Feels good that we don't not only get the congratulations from our neighborhood, we get it from the whole world. So we appreciate it.
We will speak about this season, about past club, about some decisions. But your club is famous about planning all stuff, all months. You have goals for each sector of the club. It's in beginning of the season. Could you dream of this? Any plan? This Allsvenska title was a goal for this season? Some realistic goal?
Yeah, I understand. When you tell me the question that way, that have you ever dreamed about it? I'm a big supporter of Mjällby AIF my whole life. I started playing the club when I was 6 years old. So I think even when I was young, the last thing I do every time when I go to sleep is to dream that my club will lift a trophy. So yes, of course, a dream have always been there. But if I should be honest, I never thought that the day will come. That we like win the title and could share together. So, but it's a massive performance, and of course, when you have this year and this season, you start to believe more and more, and that the recent month has been much thought to get this over the line.
In the Balkans, club chef, boss is a broad term. You are club chef, I think now 3 years from 2022. What does it mean in your case, club chef, club like Mjällby?
What is like to be what my role is, or just
yes, your role like CEO.
Yeah, my role
because in Balkan when we say CEO, that's mean everything in sport politics, in management, in marketing. CEO is everything. In your case, what are your obligations and?
It's quite the same. I'm the one that works, that are responsibility for the whole club. I have members in Sweden. We cannot have an owner, so we have members and the board highest, and then me in the club. But I'm responsible for all the staffs. I'm responsibility for all the goal settings, the aims, and the budget, and I also have lots of responsibility to build our brand. So and I like it because it's like I said, it's my club. It's been in the club in my whole life, so it's much proudness and easy to work. But of course, in the role you have lots of responsibility also.
When you look back 3 years ago, is that been an easy decision for you when you receive a call to be CEO of such a big club in your young age?
And when I get the question from the board, I have worked in Mjällby for 3 years. I was communication and event manager before, and worked much with the brand and to get Mjällby in a new position in Swedish football outside the pitch. So when I get the call, maybe it was a little bit surprising because of my age, but I feel also that my work have done some good effects before it. So when I get the responsibility and the honor to be it was an easy decision. But the hard thing was maybe that I was really like to have the other role also to like work with communication and event. But maybe it's an advantage when I get a new role that I have some knowledge of some of the most important areas in the club before.
So we can tell if you have board over you, your club functions as a model company.
Yeah.
Now we can look some graphics so people in Croatia can see some differences in salaries and budgets and stuff like that. This is year budget payroll distribution of every club. Malmö is the highest salary. They have 8 millions for salary on the year, and Mjällby is in the lowest part of the league. Salary per players we have from positions from goalkeeper, defenders. Mjällby is also on lowest part of the league. We can see of the midfielders, attackers, and everything. And if we look on squad's total market value, Mjällby is in middle of the league. So can you explain us in a short way how is that even possible? Because you're not took so much money like private money or something, took the best players in Mjällby. This is like incident stuff. How is that possible?
Yeah, we built recent years a really strong economy. If you like compare that we are a little club, but we are like one of the less we get one of the less money incomes in the whole Allsvenskan. So we don't have that much money in audience. We don't have that much money in sponsors. So to compete in Allsvenskan, we need also to have the lowest budget with money off. So our cost control is really strong. We need to have lower salaries than the biggest club because we don't have so much money in. So what we can do is to give the players and the employees the best environment, and I think that is one of the unique selling points for Mjällby AIF. If you have visited Strandvallen and Hällevik, you see a little village. You see not so many people, but you see fantastic pitches. You see a fantastic coaching staff, and you see the employees and the players are having fun every day. And in football, that it's so much about competing and take every point in the weekend. It's in many ways ugly to say that you will have fun in football, but I think when you create an environment when the people loves to be there, they have the possibility to educate themselves. I think the performances will be the higher. So of course, the players that go out to the pitch, I think they are better prepared than the other players. I think they have much more fun than the other players, and I also think that they will have trained so much harder than the others, so they will be better, even if the salary is multiplied 5 when the opponent. So I think one of the most important things in football is to create an environment where you have winners and education, and I think that we have been really good at that.
What does Mjällby mean to you and these guys here?
It means my life, you know. This is my life. Hey, Mjällby!
Yeah, this is your stadium, Strandvallen. What is situation with fans? You mentioned Hällevik. This is small town, small village, 800, 900 people. That is a Blekinge region. Maybe some people from Kristianstad, Bromölla came and watch your game. But how you pick up fans and full up stadium, because the stadium have more audience than people who live there.
Yeah, we have 6,000. I think the average number is around 4,000. Of course, now when we're top of the league, we have 6,000 every game. So the region, like you said, Hällevik, we go at a region Blekinge, we go from Karlskrona to Kristianstad. It's around 350 people, and we have an advantage there that it's not so close that the closest other big team is. We have Malmö FF 1.5 hour away, and we have Öster 1 hour away. So we're kind of alone in the area. So we can like try that everybody here should should share for Mjällby and have that as a favorite team. So, but we see a recent years, we see much more people at those stadiums. And of course, that's because we win more games. We're more established. We do a work in society. The brand is growing. But I think that to grow the audience numbers, I think that's one of the most long-term work you have as a club. And when you are at the top of the league, you get much for free. They come here and they want to see what everybody talk about. And now our work is to never let them out. And that they should come next year also.
What is the situation with kids in Mjällby with academy? You don't have many kids who live there, so how you put kids in your club?
Yeah, we have like from they are 6 years to 12 years. We have what we call basic football. Everyone can join. We don't bring in players from other clubs, but because we see that many wants to represent us even in youth age. And if everyone should play in Mjällby, we don't have anyone to play against. So up to 12 years, we have around 15 players in every age, so not that big. From 13 years up to 19, we have academy and basic football. So then we offer the 16 best player in every age to join Mjällby in the academy. And then we have full-time coaches from there and try to educate the players and as a human and a player to become a elite football player. But we are also there kind of close to only elite club in the area. So many of the players want to represent Mjällby in early age, and that's good.
Yeah, when I go a little bit back in history, here is historical places for Mjällby in Allsvenska. Yellow won our third league. So 2018, you were in third league, second league, and then 2020 go in the first league, and now 2025. You win the league. One historical players, two Christian Wilhelmsson, Matthias Asper, and I just want to say one Croatian guy play for Mjällby, Josip Filipovic, 6 games, and one Serbian guy was now famous coach in Arab, Miloš Milojevic. He was in third league, in second league with Mjällby, so maybe popular people here in the Balkan being part of your club. How is the situation with Balkan players? They are expensive, and it's not such a easy job to bring some players from Balkan in Mjällby.
Yeah, I think that our recruitment strategy is much to bring in players from the Nordic. We think that so we don't look much in that areas because we think that it's a bad area or problem to bring the players. But we know that it's a real advantage for if you take Nordic players from Denmark and Norway and Sweden, Finland and Iceland and bring them to us. So I think that we are in a situation right now where we need to focus in different areas. But we see now that much more Allsvenskans team search in the same area. So of course we're looking for others. But right now we have a main recruiting strategy to bring in Nordic players to Mjällby.
When we speak about recruiting players, I must ask you about Abdulli Mane. He is 20 years old. He came from Gambia on, I think, trial training, and now he worth 2 million euros. He's I think the best deal for you, and example how you want to do in the future.
Yeah, it's a good story because he was in a Division 2 club in Denmark and have a trial, and then
sorry interrupted. I just want to ask how it's possible that guy came to Mjällby, not Brøndby, Copenhagen, Rosenborg, AIK Stockholm, many clubs recruiting, and nobody see him.
Yeah, and I cannot say but why Mane doesn't have another club before, but the story was that he was on trial in a Division 2 club in Denmark, and they said he's not good enough. And the coach thought that they should bring him in, but the recruitment staff said no, he's not too good. And the coach in that club has been coach in a club close He's a Swedish coach, so he's been close to Mjällby. So he has a relations to our sport director, and he called and said, "You have to take him in trial. He's one of the best player I ever see, but they don't want to recruit him." So then we take him for trial and see after 2 days that he's a real talent. So we have the offer. So it was no scouting options. It was no work from there. We have a good contact with the coach where we see potential. But we're of course really glad to have Abdulrahmani here for now 2 years, and of course it will be difficult to have him one more season, but he made a fantastic season this far.
Yeah, this is historical season not only because you are champion. Then you have one more situation. Ole Nilsson and Romeo Arrhenius, two youngest debuts in history of Mjällby. Romeo plays 16 games in champion season. Ole have only one appearance, but is also a fantastic talent. But Romeo Arrhenius and the young players, you give him opportunity in champion season.
Yeah, we want it's important for our identity. It's important for the academy. It's important for everyone that we have these kind of players, and it's also the way that both Ole and Romeo is from Listerlandet, from Hällevik, and have played in Mjällby for all their lives. So they also are big supporters. But if we should survive in football for long term, we need to educate players and sell them to other clubs. And of course, it's best to pick that player from the academy. So I'm really good for Ole to make debut. And of course, Romeo is 70 years old. He has started 4 or 5 games this year and made a fantastic last appearance against Elfsborg. So we need to do it to survive as a club, and we want also to build some kind of belief of young players to go through our youth and academy and then become senior players and then enter the bigger stage. So yeah, it's very nice to see them play this year.
If I'm not wrong, you've been working in Mjällby Academy like a coach, and some guys go in the first team from your period. I think you're training Adi Nalic and Axel Noren, who is still part of the first team now.
Yeah, good fact. That not so many know that, but yeah, I was coach before I go to Mjällby and work outside of football. So when I was in Mjällby, I was academy coach and the P19 coach. So then I have Adi Nalic and like you said also, so Axel Noren. Axel Noren was one. Yeah.
Sorry. And how you like that coaching experience? Why you stop?
I stopped because 2009 I got my I was then going back to senior football for a couple of years in Mjällby. I was coaching a Division 2 team, and I feel like I need to stop a half year to just take brief. I get the 2 kids, and okay, I need to get some new power. And next year I go on it again. But then Mjällby come and offer me a role outside a pitch, and I thought then I get like educate players to get the responsibility of the education of players. So I start and thought that okay, I can take it up again, but it's never been like that. And now I liked my role here, but I think it was a good experience, and I also learned much about education and football when I was coached that 7-8 years.
In these days, how you compare Allsvenskan with some neighborhood leagues like Denmark and Norway league? What is advantages? What is difficult stuff?
I think that Allsvenskan is an upcoming league. I think we have been better results in Europe the recent years. But if you compare now, of course, both Norway and Denmark has like the 2-3 biggest clubs maybe are a little bit step in front of our 2-3 biggest club. But I think the average quality is quite the same. I see Denmark as a little bit more technical than Norway, a little bit physical, but I think that we will have a training camp with the other clubs in Portugal next year, so it will be interesting for us to compare against them. But we have played against much of the Danish team before, the like lower teams, and I think they are kind of close us in many ways. So, but yeah.
What do you think about similar problems like many different clubs who win the league go next year in the Europe, and they go in problems in home league in that same season when they play Europe? Are you thinking about that situation in the future?
Of course, I think that we have a really tough schedule this year in the spring, because we need to play with Hammarby three away games in Stockholm in I think it was 12 days. We go by fly with airplane to Stockholm to Hellevik to go many times. So I think that was a time for us to feel how it's to play like double games. But of course, you thought about that. We need to have a strategy, how we will build a squad, how we will prepare the players. But I think that next year, every player and whole Mjällby really looking forward to go out Sweden and play football. So I think that it should be going really far if we should think that this is a tough thing to do. I think we will be really happy about that trip and to show the teams abroad also that Mjällby AIF can play really good football.
Anders Torstensson, head coach of Mjällby many years in the club, and he was in Croatia guest in Offensiva podcast. He was great guest, and we learned many about your club and journey of this season. He was great, I must tell.
Yeah.
He was very good.
I understand it. I think that because he's a really good coach and a really good person.
We're not by far the richest club, but we have the healthiest economy, and we're the club taking the most points by invested money.
For next season, Anders is number one. He stay, or that is not questionable.
We don't know what the interest in Anders. Maybe the biggest stage and the biggest club in the whole world now wants to have him, but he's our first coach now. He have a contract, so that's what we are working through, and then we also have Kolmarius and the other coach staff also in the staff. So it's only the second assistant coach that are leaving us, and we need to fill that hole up. But other coaches, we want them to work next year also in Mjällby.
And my last question is 2023. That was your first big chance, like CEO, to win a great trophy. Final against Häcken and heavy loss, but in that moment maybe situation was too early to achieve a trophy in that moment. Maybe the team wasn't ready on every segment for that year.
Och då kommer Mohamed Al-Hakim blåsa av. Vi säger grattis BK Häcken som besegrar Mjällby med 4-1 på Strandvallen och är svensk cupmästare säsongen 22-23.
Jättebra match från Häcken, och det var aldrig snack om enkelt för Häcken. De visar styrka och kvalitet.
Ja,
både som lag och individuellt.
BK Häcken som verkligen blivit ett lag att vi gratulerar BK Häcken ännu en gång. Det här är klubbens 3:e cuptitel genom historien.
First of all, I think that was one of my best days in my life, and it was for certain the worst day in my life. I was so empty, and I think all the club was so empty when the whistle blow and we have lost that game. It was so many hopes and so many thoughts what Mjällby can do. So I try to not think about that day, but I also need to think that we were not good that day, but we play against a team that was really good. BK Häcken in that way with all their players, they was brilliant. They dropped 3-4 of the best player after that, but they was so good. And we have 0-0 for a long time. We should have a penalty. So of course we wasn't that far away for the first half, but when Häcken scored 1-0, we don't have a chance. So I want to congratulate still Häcken to made a fantastic game, or that we lost it. But it was a tough day, but it also was an important milestone that day Mjällby shows that we can play a game that should have results in playing European football. I think the milestones is really important to a club as small as us, that we need to start belief and hope in some single way. And now 2026 we will show it's possible to both win the league and play Europe. So it's great achievements.
Yeah, we see also in this year's strength of the Häcken in European football. And my last question, I forget that question. One of the best football players who play in your stadium, it was Stephen Harris from Iron Maiden.
Yeah, of course, it was really special. They have a festival, a Sweden Rock Festival that are really big. So Iron Maiden was there, and they contacted us that they want to do a secret game. So Iron Maiden play against the TV team, and the fun thing is that it was 3-0 to Iron Maiden in the first half. So the TV has told me that is there some player that can play this game so we can change it around. So we put in 3 players from Mjällby senior team that was in the audience. It was David Löfqvist, that was he's one of the legend in his top playing now. It was Jesper Gustafsson, that is the captain now, that the player. And it was Noel Törnqvist, that is in the Swedish national team now as a goalkeeper, and we are sold to Como. So that 3 players goes in the pitch in the second half. And the last thing that happened was that David Löfqvist made a Puskas goal from the half pitch, 3-3. So Mjällby changed the way also against Iron Maiden. And Steve Harris was really pissed off after the game because he doesn't win.
Jacob, thank you for your time and energy. It was been a great pleasure and honor to speak with you, and all the best for you and your club in the future.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be with you.
Svensson lyfter fram bollen, Kristoffer Karlsson blåser av matchen och förkunnar att Mjällby AIF är svenska mästare 2025, och det är de på ett så ofantligt imponerande sätt, inte bara i den här matchen utan hela säsongen.
Ja, alltså de har ju fullständigt pulveriserat allt motstånd som har funnits där genom att vara både...
Och nu får de också röra sig fram mot de ungefär 18.
Det blir ingen helvete kväll med andra ord. Nu är det dags. Det är Sigge-Sagge på gång nu. Ja, Dilchen, hur går det? In i omklädningsrummet igen.
Han är mitt i. Han är nog mitt i.
Nej, där! Välkommen!
Jag kan säga så här, förmodligen en som har jobbat hårt i den här klubben, Jesper Gustafsson. Hur smakar den där segerölen?
Fan, det är sig alltid gott, men idag är det lite extra. Det är jävligt gott.
Blicka ut över ditt omklädningsrum och försök förklara vad du känner.
Jag är så jävla glad att se alla är så jävla glada och oerhört stolt över alla som är här inne. Vi har gjort det här tillsammans och jag kan inte, men alla är värda det och fan vad gott det är så jävla roligt.
Vad ropar de för något?
Jag vet inte, jag bjuder på mig själv, men jag är så jävla torr i tv så det är helt sjukt. Så det fan vad gott! Ja.
Du för egen del, vad betyder det att göra med den här klubben som du gjort över 300 matcher i?
Ja, men såklart, det betyder ju allt. Mjällby är ju allt för mig. De har litat på mig alla dessa år och jag har fått chansen. Vi har växt tillsammans, föreningen har växt, jag har växt med föreningen och vi är några andra stycken också. Och, det är så jävla roligt och som jag sa, det betyder allt.
Vilka personer har varit viktigast för dig på den här resan?
Såklart min familj och alla. Min sambo, mina barn. Men om jag ska göra Mjällby så är Hasse ju en stor del i det här. Och Magnus och alla gubbarna här inne. Alla som har spelat i Mjällby har en stor del i detta. Så jag är jävligt tacksam.
Hur ska du fira det då?
Ja, och öl och några flaskor. Ja, jag vet vad. Sprit antar jag. Så det ska bli så jävla roligt.
Grattis.
Tack så mycket.